Alright everybody, welcome back to EA. Let's go to that third round. What do we got here? Everything's firm and fast, short and soft, just like always. Oh, there we go.
EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to bring you this look at the future stars in the sport of golf. From beautiful and rugged Mesquite, Nevada, live third-round coverage of the Desert Championship. Well, if yesterday was any indication, we should be in for a memorable weekend of golf here as we take in the leaderboard on this Saturday. Our leader here on Saturday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. Frank, what does the shot into this first green look like?
Well, it's back a little bit up the hill. Bunkers left and right, really the biggest concern, but a well-flighted shot to this three-level green will be well rewarded.
Oh, it's going to be a little too far right. By little, I mean like 3 yards.
That is so well done. On into on this opening.
We've been on
hole,
into
Frank,
both
and a
times.
good chance here for, at a minimum, a birdie to start the round.
Not often you start on a par 5, and not often you reach the green in 2 or have an eagle putt.
No, I underdid it. Doesn't matter, made it.
Oh, yeah. That's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb.
Oh yeah. In the lead by 11.
Ready to
I
tee
guess
off
we're
here
playing
on
by
the
ourselves
second
as well
hole. Quite a
because
view from up here, Frank.
the
Once
leaderboard,
again,
when it showed the
big
time that we
elevated
teed
tee.
off, we were
It's
the
hard to
only
imagine
ones that
having
were
teed
teeing
that
off.
high up, but that'll shorten that 445 yards. Obviously, it's a dog leg left. You've got to be careful if you hit driver and 2 straight, because then you can run
Oh,
out.
underswing major.
A nice tee shot in the middle there, and then you're going to
It's okay.
relatively straight shot into this sort of par 4 green, obviously going a little bit back up the hill. And once again, a little bit like that opening hole, sort of different tiers on that green. Try and make sure that you're on the right one.
That's right.
Well, I don't have my tape measure out, but that looks like, what, 6-7 feet in there, but that is an excellent approach shot.
Yeah, well done. It's a birdie here at the second.
We
He
start
moves
off
to 19 under for the
same as we
tournament.
did the first round, 3 under through 2.
Now on to the third, first of the short holes here at Wolf Creek. Uphill shot, Frank?
Yes, it's going to play a little longer because of that. Then it's 227 yards off the back tee. Hard to imagine you have a par 3 in amongst this desert. And really, that's all it is. Tee and green. There's not much in between. Well protected, as you can see by those bunkers. And this green a little smaller than what you'd like for a hole that's around that 230-yard mark.
Oh,
And he
That's
definitely
close.
could have used a little more club there up the hill.
Even my
As
driver.
That's going to come up short.
ooh, overswing. I didn't mean to do that. It's alright.
From about 8 feet.
Oh my.
Might overread it just a bit. It's
Well, we
out
got lucky the
wide
first 2
left
days,
of the
but
hole.
unfortunately, day number 3, we bogey it.
That one in for a bogey here.
This
at the
hole's
third.
unfair.
Unfortunately,
Can't
with
even get to the
eagle
green.
ready, very little damage done. 383-yard fourth hole. Certainly not long, Frank, but there's plenty of trouble out there.
Yeah, this is very much a positional hole. This is not sort of tee it up with a driver and just rip it down there. Just find the fairway. You're going to have virtually just a short wedge, 9-iron really at the most into this green.
Underswing. It's going to be right.
And really, this is a good
No, that's
chance
fine.
for a birdie. So 2 good shots, and you shouldn't be too far away.
A pretty ideal wedge distance here, 95 yards for his second.
Damn. Came back a bit too much.
It's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
Shut up, I spun it back a ton. Ooh.
Boy, that's a good stroke.
Bad swing
Just
plane,
a
but
fraction off
ended up
target.
alright.
You can't get the speed any better than that. He'll finish that one off with no problem. It's in for par, and he'll remain at 18 under. This is one of the signature holes here at Wolf Creek. Par 5 fifth is 490 yards, and you can get home in 2 and maybe have a story to tell when you're all done. Maybe an eagle 3. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Definitely within range of getting home in 2. This, his second.
Perfect, but it's... Nope,
I
never
like
mind,
the
okay.
looks of this one.
I thought it was going to be left out to the right,
Oh,
but
what a
it
good
wasn't.
shot that is. Home in 2 on the
Oh,
par
what a
5.
shot.
Remember,
Oh,
made
God.
eagle earlier in the round, Frank. Now maybe a chance for a second.
I know
Alright, I always forget this is a par 5.
Boom! Talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
2 eagles. Front 9, baby.
Next up, 447-yard par 4 6th. If you hit driver off the tee, be mindful of the creek that traverses the fairway, and the approach plays longer than the yardage as it climbs uphill to a really difficult green.
What a way to feel. Eagle on the previous hole, just swinging easy and just stripes another one. You playing with house money?
I don't like when he says that. It's weird. Oh yeah.
Coming off the eagle, this for birdie. Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at
That
6.
stupid bogey.
He moves to 21 under par. Frank, a very short par 4 here at the 7th, but not one you're going to try to hit off the tee.
No, unless you can fly the ball sort of 300 yards on the nose and stop it within sort of 5 or 6 yards, it's really too risky. This green is not very deep, just sort of 10 or 15 yards in depth. It's just a lap hole, but lap hole it simply doesn't mean grab a club and hit it down the fairway. The best way to play it is to try and hit the ball right on the number. And where I mean by number, I mean
like that.
Full shot yardage for your second shot, even if that only is a sandbag.
We're a little further away
Par
than
4, not for most
that last
in this
round.
field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot.
couldn't get 3 on the front
That went
9.
the whole way. Very nicely done. That one brushed in. It is a birdie here at 7. That means he'll get it to 22 under par. We think back to the 3rd hole at Wolf Creek straight up the hill. This 8th is the opposite. It's listed at 248 yards on the scorecard, but it plays significantly shorter than that thanks to a drop of better than 80 feet from tee to green. Keep that in mind when selecting your club.
Uh-oh. Okay, we're fine. Whew.
That one safely on the putting surface. Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
Not a whole lot of movement in this one. It may come a little bit to the right. He's going to have to be cautious of the slope, though.
I went more than I... Oh, I didn't hit it.
Oh, not that cautious.
Oh, no.
Okay,
That was good. That was
par
funny.
here at the 8th. And he'll stay at 22 under. Set to round out the front side here at Wolf Creek with a par 4.
Fun hole for the big hitter too. They can really take advantage of this. The last fairway bunker down there on the right side is just over 300 yards to get over it. And longer hitters could nearly drive it in the green side bunker on the right. So just tee it up there. You're playing desert golf for a reason. Enjoy it. Just have a little flick in here, and chance too to have a little birdie at the end of your front 9.
Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine.
You know what? A runner with the 54 degree. Let's try it. Oh, way under hit. Played it really well, though.
Strong approach shot here.
Good thing we under hit it.
And a good opportunity to finish this side with a birdie.
Ah.
He'll say he should have made that.
Listen, 6-foot putts with 3-foot of break are not easy, okay? And that's a 6 under front. That's the best front we've had, and that's with a bogey. The first round was 5 under. We also had a bogey on the last.
There's a lot happening on this par 4 10th at 472 yards, though it is one of the few flat tee shots here at Wolf Creek. You can see there are bunkers and a lake on the left and then the brush on the right. So you want to get this ball in play. That's important.
Hit it pretty fast. Damn it. Second time we've been in this.
Up until that one. A little bit of a test coming up.
Ball above his feet here as he decides how to play his second.
Not bad from there. Slope didn't really do anything. Went a few yards left, maybe.
This one should cut pretty hard to his left. It's for birdie.
Yeah, more than what I put it. Way more.
No, I think he knew it right when it left the putter face. Didn't get that far enough out to the right. So that's in for par to start this backside. And he'll remain right where he is. Frank, another really rugged hole. This is the par 3 11th here at Wolf Creek.
Well, Rich, remember that book, Dead Solid Perfect? This is what this hole's all about, because you must hit that tee shot solid. You've got to carry all the trouble in front of you. And remind yourself, too, there's enough green grass down there. Not necessarily green, but green grass around there. A good shot safely on the putting surface here. And this green's not too severe. But this is a fun par 3, just to
it's
look
not
at.
coming back.
At least experience.
Awful. Awful.
Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Oh, way left. Not a great pick from there.
Yeah, that
Just
was gonna be tough to
underswung by a
fly that
mile.
all the way to the hole out of the bunker, and this is going to come up a good bit short.
Oh, come on.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander.
It's another
a couple
bogey
of
on a
feet
par
by.
3. Par 3s, I play horribly, man. Except for Augusta.
Safely in. Yeah, it's a bogey here at number 11.
I played them.
And it'll wind up.
I think the last one we played Augusta, and I got the hole in one. I played the par 3s 4 under with a par. I think I birdied 3 of them, or 2 of them, and then hole in one on one of them. Par the other.
If you keep it dry, keep it in play off the tee, well, then you absolutely have a chance to get home in 2 and spark some fireworks.
Ooh.
Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot.
I think I've only been in the rough on this hole. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Rough stopped it from going in there. Oh no.
Now this
Well.
for another birdie.
Aw, that's not even getting up there, is it?
Whoa, I know that's a long putt, but that is way short.
Well, that takes the strain off the next one.
Good lag putt right there. So a tough hole. And it's in
Bogey
for
bogey.
at 12. He's going to fall to -20. Up next, another short par 4, 350 yard, 13th here at Wolf Creek. It is a
Doesn't
dog
hurt
leg
us
to the right.
at all, though.
Big hitters might be tempted to cut the dog leg and go for the green, but buyer beware. Miss right, and your ball is gone. That's a big lash. He might be able to cover this.
Bunker. We haven't played the bunkers too well.
Gonna wind up in the bunker.
See
The
what
tee
we can do
shot
here.
collected here now, a short one for his second.
All right, much better.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie.
Get back a bogey. Yep.
Confidently done there. That's in for birdie here at 13. Will certainly help the cause. Certain holes in golf, you just want to pull out the phone and snap a picture and just soak it all in. This is one of those holes, the 14th at Wolf Creek, 444 yards. Spectacular, isn't it? Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Okay, partner, what's the right play into the green here at 14?
This one, Rich, you'd actually like to go green backwards, because if you look at the green first, it's got 3 distinct levels. It's the low point at the back there, and then there's a high point in the middle, and then obviously the front of the green. So you've got to know exactly where that second shot's got to land. Plus, chances are you're going to be playing that second shot with the ball slightly above the feet. Therefore, the tendency for
Boom.
is that ball to be coming in with a draw. So be
Shut
very
up.
cognizant
I've
of
already
that.
played the hole.
Now to the short par 3 15th hole here at Wolf Creek. What is this, Frank? Just a wedge or a 9-iron?
That's all, Rich, but it's very tempting to get greedy here. And, well, you pay the price, obviously, if you miss the green on the left down on those bunkers, because they're, well, a good 6-7 feet below the level of the green. But with a wedge or a 9-iron, who doesn't go aiming at the flag?
Okay.
Solid
Plan
shot.
don't come back
and
hard.
Sometimes solid throughout the round will win the day. Chance now for another birdie.
Underdid it. Oh.
Pretty good read there. Definitely good speed, and it just skips a foot or so by. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he'll stay
Level par on the
right
back
where he
9.
is.
We had bogey, bogey, birdie, birdie.
All right, into the finishing stretch here at Wolf Creek with the par 4 16th at 393 yards. This one requiring a good drive over the canyon. If you do put that in play, you'll have a chance to make a birdie. No issues here. That is into the fairway. So the great tee shot left him here. Now his second from relatively close range.
How are they going so far left?
This is an 11-foot putt. Oh, straight into the cup. Well done. That's a birdie here at 16. And he's going to move to 23 under par. Now to the 17th, par 5 here at Wolf Creek Golf Club.
Yeah, dogleg left. Tee shot obviously has to be played short of that creek down there. It's still going to be a reachable hole, even though this hole's sort of around the 550, 560 mark. But because you've got to play short of that stream, it's going to leave a lengthy second shot, and you've got to get the distance right on the button.
Can we make it?
Oh, that's going to need to slow down.
No. I was right in it.
Oh, and a very rare mistake.
The wind was helping a little bit.
As that is going to be into the water.
And so I was like, maybe.
So he'll take the drop and now go about trying to somehow save par. And this will be his third to the par 5.
We're not trying to save a par, we're trying to save a birdie. Perfect. It's to the right though. I don't know why it's so far to the right, but okay. Well, we'll get our par going in the water.
With all the elements of his game have been in sync today, a terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
So he'll finish that off for his par as he'll stay at 7 under. Now the closing hole here at Wolf Creek. Frank, what's ahead of us?
You could try and drive at this green, but there's too much trouble, really, Rich. Even though this hole's just over 300 yards, it's very ambitious to try and drive it across that water. Some might try. Most people try and hit a tee shot 240, 250 yard mark, and of course, you do the maths, you're only going to have 60 or 70 yards in, and well, they want you to finish on a good note. So good drive in the fairway here, or 3-wood.
What's the fun in
On the
that?
green, make a 3, and buy your friends a drink in the clubhouse.
Oh my. We've pretty much been right here twice.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Here we go, following an unbelievable tee shot. This is for eagle.
Just doesn't break dead straight.
Disappointment inside.
Beads are broken on this course.
Be able to get that one down.
I swear every single one that has been straight, I mean that is...
Okay, it's a nice finish. A birdie at 18.
These short ones that either barely break or are straight on Wolf Creek are just broken.
So our featured golfer likely going to be doing a little tossing and turning tonight, working with a 54-hole lead and looking for that.
I don't think there's any
PGA
tossing and turning
Tour
going
win.
around.
Frank, dial it back a few years. What's that?
A lot of years.
Yeah, what's that like?
Well, I remember when I was 22, my first professional one was in Australia, and you actually don't know. You ask yourself the question, you look at the leaderboard, all those players in front of you, do I really fit? And then after 18 agonizing holes, you go, I belong.
So that should just about do it for all of us at EA.
That was a nice story. Go ahead to the final round. See, once we get to the PGA Tour, you know, the fairway firmness and speed, and with same thing with the green, you know it's going to be on tournament mode, so it's, you know, it's going to be a lot harder. Same thing with the length of the first cut, the length of the second cut. It's going to be longer, you know. So.
EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour bring you the best young talent in the world of golf. Today from Mesquite, Nevada, it's live final round coverage of the Desert Championship. Well, we have already seen 3 scintillating, sometimes spectacular rounds of golf. By the time twilight comes calling later today, we will have a champion as we check the Sunday leaderboard. Our leader is indeed our featured golfer. It has been a textbook performance to this point.
I could bogey almost every hole and still
As a young
win.
professional, it is
I'm
a
pretty
process.
sure.
You're contending, you're leading a tournament, then you're sleeping on a lead, and ultimately you hope winning that event. What have you been there? What is
Perfect
it like?
follow through, but way
It's a
left.
difficult process to put yourself into. Learning how to be in contention.
It's
is
so
an
weird. Every
essential
time you
part
get
of the
perfect or
professional
almost
game,
perfect,
but
it's like
learning
it's
how to close these events out and put
nowhere
yourself in the
near.
winner circle,
But then
well,
you
that's
hit
the
like
last piece to the
2.7
puzzle.
over swing and then you hit fast and it's dead on. It's really weird. Hey, there we go. I'm just glad that one went straight.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie.
Damn.
Well, I've got to hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Safely in. It's a par here at the first. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. Moving on to the 445-yard par 4 second, severe dogleg left. Aggressive players hitting driver to the left of the visible fairway. Less aggressive players will play to the right, but be careful long there and your ball can be lost in the desert moonscape. Another very nice tee shot. He looks awfully comfortable here with these first couple of drives. A nice round number here, an even 100 yards coming up for his second.
Let's see what the pitching wedge runner does. Not much when you hit the fairway.
That's a head scratcher. That approach shot from relatively close in. I would have been looking at 10 to 15 feet.
Well, you didn't try what I overpowered that like a mother. Never mind, I almost
Yeah, you
underdid
see
it.
so many of these long putts like that come up short. It's just hard mentally to hit the ball much firmer.
And bogey because for some reason it
Hate to
went
get
left.
one back on a putt like that.
Have no idea why.
Okay, it's a bogey here at the second. And it's going to be a rare drop shot. All right, Frank, describe the third hole.
Well, it's a par 3 with a bit of a tabletop green, Rich. Some bunkers right and left of that, but also it's going to play a little bit further. This tee shot is uphill, unlike the opening 2 holes. So a 3 here, and that certainly won't hurt the scorecard.
Yeah, and with the elevated green, he might have needed an extra club as that won't get there.
Just nothing really on that chip shot. Just, it's a waste.
I just like to get past this third hole considering
Fair sometimes.
it's so high up that
In
you
the
can't
whole
even
way.
hit onto the green.
Safely in for a bogey. And it'll wind up a rare drop
My
shot.
carry is 285.
This is a good hole here at
I
Wolf
should
Creek,
be
the
able to
fourth
get onto
par
that
four
green
at
without a 3-wood.
3 yards with a pretty severe dogleg to the right. driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay the third.
107 all the way to the hole. Hole cut right in the middle.
It stayed out left.
Just a sand wedge.
I wanted it
This is
to be up
started
high,
left,
that's why I
gonna miss
overswung it,
left.
but
That is always
I wanted it, you know,
disappointing
obviously to be a little
from
more
that kind of a
straight
spot
than
when you
that.
come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
That one just going to sneak on by. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And he's going to maintain that substantial lead. Now to the par 5 fifth hole. Cut it over the ridge here, Frank.
Well, if you can, if you dare. And there is actually a stream here. I know we're in the middle of a desert, but if you can clear that stream, that's the main thing. This is a crazy looking tee shot because it looks like you want to go down that left, down that canyon area, but if you don't know the exact distance you fly the ball, then you're going to see you're going to be in lots and lots of problems. Those collection of 3 bunkers down the right side, as long as you can avoid that, then that second shot to this par 5, that's not overly long, it's just under 500 yards, is certainly reachable. Second shot will play uphill to a elevated green with, once again, 3 different levels.
And we got on the right
every
one.
bit of that, threw it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5.
I always forget I underdid it. Damn it.
That's going to scoot
I
up
always
a
forget
foot
this is a
or
par
2
5
by.
because we only have an 8 iron in every time.
Nicely played. It's a birdie at the 5th. And he will definitely not say no to that. Frank, standing on the 6th tee and looking out at this golf course, I can't help but think that if you hit it offline here, you're going to be playing golf with the Billy Goats.
Yeah, you might actually turn into a billy goat come the end of the day, that's for sure. The huge elevation changes, once again, are apparent here at the 6th. There's a dog leg to the right, not really a driver unless you want to sort of bring that creek into play or that little stream that cuts across. Second shot, a little bit uphill. Those bunkers are really where you shouldn't go, you all know that. And this green is anything other than flat. A fun looking hole too, and a fun hole to play.
Okay.
Outstanding strike right there, right off the center of the club face, and a good chance for birdie.
Boom.
Yeah, that's good pop. A birdie
Back to back.
here at 1.
Back to level.
That's going to move him to 24 under par. Well, everybody loves the short par 4, and here we have one, Frank, just 302 yards. The
Gotten on here
This hole is
twice.
anything other
Went
than
for it
straightforward,
twice.
Rich. Huge drop off at the front of the screen that is surrounded by water. So it's going to be a layup off the tee, really, to try and get the right yardage. This green is very, it's not very deep, but it's
That's
extremely
right.
wide. The hardest thing is to try and get a flat lie with whatever club you decide to hit off the tee and get the right yardage. Otherwise, that green actually might be a little elusive, even though this is a very short hole.
After a big drive, he'll dig in for a second out of the sand. Yeah, big explosion, got it to stop quickly, and that will be a birdie opportunity coming up. Oh, how about the run here? That a 3rd consecutive birdie. And he's got it to 25 under par now. Frank, the 8th here at Wolf Creek in Mesquite, Nevada is really the signature par 3, isn't it?
I'd go so far, Rich, to say this is a great par 3. Doesn't matter where it was played. The stream that sort of comes all the way down there and surrounds the left side of the screen makes this hole really daunting. Logic would say if you're going to miss the screen, obviously you'd miss it to the right, but it's just a beautiful hole. And then you put the fact that the canyon frames the whole hole itself. It's beautiful.
And left it out to the right. Way long. Needed another club down.
All right, you take those all day long. On the green, chance for birdie coming up. Three putts a definite possibility here. This is a long look for birdie.
Nah. Three putts are only possible when the grids don't work.
Nope, that's
Right.
going to be short, and that is
Right.
hardly no stress from there.
No stress. Bang it in.
Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Stepping up to the shot here at the 9th, it's a par 4, 390 yards.
It is anything other than straight off the tee because of all these sort of undulations and curvature on the fairway. You'd think well bunkered, but the last bunker on the right side there,
Oh.
longer hitters, they can nearly fly that, just over 300 yards. Either that, shorter hitter just played that fat area of the green. That'll be sort of some, 270 yards. That will take all the water out of play into a green that slopes back at you. So very good chance, even with a wedge in hand, to get the ball close. A good way to finish the front 9.
Could come back off of this is what I'm hoping. No, it stays there.
We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
Well, this is the sort of putt that can just get away from you in a hurry. It's going to be slick down the hill, plus it will move quite a bit from left to right.
All right.
Tell you what, that's not too bad. At least it didn't race away. Okay, that's in for his par here at the 9th.
1 under.
And this
That's
will
our
be a
worst
1 on the
9
front
yet.
side as he goes out in 35. Starting the backside here at Wolf Creek with a 472-yard par 4 10. One of the rare, relatively flat tee shots. Lake and bunkers on the left, brush on the right, but the landing area is wider than it looks, so anywhere on the short stuff is good.
See, perfect.
This up the right side off the tee.
Right. Or if
He
I
gets
would
a
have
little
overswung
lucky
it by
there,
2.7%.
and even
Perfect.
bounces back into the fairway.
I don't get
This
it.
is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze.
Oh. Overswing.
Well, that one didn't work
Added a
out.
little bit to
Didn't look
that.
bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Oh. Meant to do a bit more, but it's probably a good thing I didn't.
Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And pars are fine at this point with this tournament well in hand. We're here at the downhill par 3 11th hole. Frank, it's 215 yards from the back tee.
This hole certainly is not for the faint of heart. When you look at that tee shot, you think, oh my God, what do I do from here? But remind yourself, it's 215 yards and really only about 160, 170 yards to green grass again. But it's 215 yards. That should be the club that you're trying to pick. Green's big enough, just persuade yourself that. Try not to look at the canyon and the desert. There is a green down there. The hole is playable.
Oh, that is just a dart. Beautiful shot there. Puts that to about 3 feet. Okay, that ball on line all the way. It's a birdie here at 11. And if he can close this out, it'd be a third victory on the year. Frank, the par 5 12th is another case of a hole where you see that Wolf Creek Golf Club can actually be kind of scary, daunting. I mean, you look out at the desert mountains and then you add in some water, which we have here on the left, and you can go for some big numbers here if you're not careful.
Well, this is where the Wolf and the Creek can take a bite out of you. You hit it left
Couldn't
off the
quite
tee,
reach
and
it
you're
there.
certainly going to start to rack up a number. There's enough fairway down the right, but once again, if you hit a good drive and this hole is reachable for you, then you've got to worry about the water, which is to the right of this green. 5 wouldn't be the worst score you could make around here, that's for sure. I've seen 6s and 7s.
Oh, that took a weird bounce.
I like it. I like it a lot. He's going to love it if he can get out of here with a 3, and that's a possibility. This one going to really test your distance control. Back up the hill for an eagle.
Ooh, push the hell out of it.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Nicely done. 2 straight birdies here early on this backside. And after the second place finish a week ago, he's closing in on a victory here. Well, this is all about temptation at 350 yards. This 13th here at Wolf Creek with a dog leg to the right. If you're a long hitter, you're thinking about it. Maybe you're going to cut the dog leg and try to drive the green, but keep in mind, if you miss it to the right, wave goodbye to your golf ball.
Ah.
And this
wasn't a great hit. The underswing really hurt me.
Could have gone anywhere, but it ricochets into the bunker.
Ah, I didn't hit it.
All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play.
Oh my, couldn't even see it, but we made it.
All sorts of break,
Oh.
but it is in for a birdie. And this one was over a while ago. This is just a walk in the park now. Frank, describe the layout here at the 14th hole. It's 444 yards, and what a beautiful hole.
It is, and it's a beautiful view. You see everything from the top of that tee there. It's a hole that keeps bending to the left. There's enough bunkers down the left there to actually take your eye. That's why you got to fixate on something in the distance that's a much better line than worrying about that wall of sand down the left side.
It might be in the rough, but that was absolutely
I was worried about
crushed.
aiming it too far left.
So he may need to choke up on this one as he gets set for his second.
That's a good shot out of the rough. Really controlled the lack of spin out of the grass. Ball didn't jump either, so did not go over the green.
Nah,
Didn't hit it.
Pace was okay,
Oh,
but
I
that
did do
needed
it,
to be
okay.
Started a bit further out to the right. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he's going to stay 28 under par. Here at the 15th hole here at Wolf Creek, bit of a breather here. Nice short par 3. You don't want to miss this green.
No, that's the temptation there. If you try and bite off a little too much because it looks a little too easy, then a bogey here and you're in a bad mood all of a sudden at Wolf Creek.
Perfect follow through. Oh no. Will this be hole in one number 3?
In the hole. You do not see that every day.
Oh,
That,
man.
is a hole in one. Wow.
Oh man.
Short par 4,
Third
16th
hole in
measures
one
in
already.
393
You know how many I
yards.
have in
But Frank,
2K?
as is the case with pretty
1.
much every
And it's on
hole,
a fantasy course.
Despite the yardage, there's plenty of trouble.
It does. It plays
I also
tricks
have an
on the
albatross
mind's
on
eye
2K.
here. It looks like
I
it's
don't
a
know here
dog leg
yet.
going one way then back the other way, but really it's built as a straight hole just across the canyon, and that's the way you've got to play it. I don't think you can drive the green, even the longest hitters at 393 yards, but just a nice drive down there. Take the bunkers on, get it past there. And
I think I have like
you know, you've got a
230
little
hours
wedge in
on
here,
2K.
and it should set
23.
up nicely for a birdie.
I
Good
suck.
chance to get one in close from here. This, his second. Now this for another birdie.
Got it.
That a pure roll there. That is down for a birdie here at 16. And this is no longer a contest, folks. This one is all over but the shout. Frank, this is really a cool closing stretch here at Wolf Creek. Short par 3 15th, the short 4 at the 16th, and now the par 5 17th. You can make up some ground in a hurry as you come down the finishing stretch.
You certainly can. A good drive short of the little stream creek that runs across there, and this is doable as a two-shotter. You find the bunkers or trouble off the tee, then obviously you're forced to lay up, leaving that third shot across the water. But really a fun hole if you want to try and take that second shot on.
Perfect follow through. It's going to hang out a little bit over there to the right, but it comes back in nicely.
Oh, what a good shot that is. Home in 2 on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank. Now may be a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up.
But can't you? That's 8 under through 8 holes on the back 9.
Finishing our round at Wolf Creek with another short par 4, 307 yards.
Sure, we could get to
18.
10.
Fairway wood or hybrid off the tee might be in order. The approach is the scary part here. Waterfall on the left, deep bunkers and rocks on the right, and a 2-tiered green.
Come on
that will
back a
make
little
for
bit more.
Tough 2-putt. Well, that's on a pretty good line so far.
We have to make a tough putt, but it can happen. That could be 3
Drivable
eagles
par 4,
in 1
not
9.
for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot.
Oh wow, we had to put that way up
that
there.
was never going to climb that hill, and he has left himself a tester.
Well, here's for
coming up.
9 under through 9.
Coming off the eagle, this for birdie.
Boom.
Yeah, that's a good putt there. It's a birdie at 18. And
That's
this
a
is gonna
10
be
under.
Final round score of 62. What a way to wrap things up.
We started out with
Well,
2
Frank, I guess
bogeys
we
for the
can
first
say
3 holes and wound
hello
up with our
world.
best score
It
on
is a
the
Sunday to
tournament.
remember our featured player, a champion for the very first time.
Let the celebrations ring in, that's for sure, and let the career fully ignite and start and go stratospheric.
So that's a wrap for all of us at EA Sports PGA Tour. Thanks for coming along. We'll see you next time on the road to the Masters.
I feel like you should get XP for winning, you know? We get it for green regulation, hitting a pin, regular green regulation, long drives, and playing the 18 holes. Quest completed, Desert Champion. Oh, we were in the top 10% on this arcade one at -1. We were awful in this one. Top 10% for this other one. Oh, it's that bug, never mind. Man, oh, okay, never mind, it's going through -3. Is it gonna... No, okay. Man, I gotta fix that bug. Please.
EA Sports.
It's in the game.
Welcome to EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. I'm Sinek, and this is the road to the Masters.
Alright, Desert Champion. Okay. The arcade. 1,500 reward points, whatever. And Daily Arcade World ranked. 3,000. So yeah, let's go ahead. Check out these settings. So, oh, hard is the hardest. Okay, I thought there was one more. So there's nothing we can do here. We'll go with career settings, AI scoring difficulty. That's all we can do. Let's go to 85. Okay, but that's gonna end it here. We're now in first place at 700 and something points. Par 4 scoring average, we're at number 1. That's pretty cool. Alright, but we're going to end it there. Up next we have the California Classic at Riviera Country Club. Hey, that can be a pretty hard course, so we will see. But hey, win 2 more and we go to the PGA. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Have a great day, and I'll see you. Bye.